Well, this is Jay Collectibles channel, and today we are going to take a look at the brand new Threezero DXL Lockdown from the Age of Extinction Transformers movie. This is a recently released figure for the DXL collection from Threezero. Its retail price is around $230 to $260 depending on store area. This is licensed by Hasbro, and yeah, so let's take a look. So this figure includes a wide range of accessories, which we will pan down the camera. It comes with the spark extractor, which can be attached to his hand. Comes with a blade that can be attached to the side of his hand. The iconic hook that he uses in the movie, which does have articulated piece right there. Unfortunately, nothing here, which would have been nice, you know, for the price. Comes with a hand blaster, which does light up, but don't have the batteries for it. And to attach the battery, you actually remove the side piece, and there's a screw there. You take the screw off, and it actually tells you what you need. So. Put it back in. He also comes with a handheld dagger, which can be placed in his hand. He comes with a wide range of different hands, fist hands, the pointing hand, which is kind of iconic, and then this is the hand they use to put that sword, and then the ones attached are his like relaxed hands. Then probably the coolest one is his gun face attachment, which does light up but don't have the batteries for it. And the removable piece is actually down here. So it's kind of fits in right well. So this is the two-piece which you use to attach it. And then the other accessory includes is this really cool looking, and it kind of reminds me of the Prometheus space jockey. If you kind of think about it, the whole gun attaching here and here, it kind of gives me like the alien space jockey thing. I think that's kind of where they got the inspiration from. Even this piece right here looks like that space helmet. It just gave me that vibe, especially with the helmet right there and all that. So but yeah, this is a really cool piece. It gives you a look into how his face is integrated with that gun face. And then he includes the battle mask, which will zoom up the camera closer to his face. And the really nice feature about the battle mask is it's actually magnetic, so when you attach it, it snaps right on. I think that's really clever. And the battle mask has a hinge, which is pretty cool. So if you want lockdown, if you want to see what he looks like with the mask, you can see. Just a really cool thing, you know, stuff that you can't see in the movie or can't do in the movie, you can do it with this figure, because this literally looks like it came right off the screen. Unfortunately, the battle mask is not accurate to the movie. The windshield piece should actually be a little bit more wider. It actually should cover the top here, and so it's not actually 100% accurate, but it still looks pretty great. This is actually the activation for the other light up features, the light up gun and the gun face, but I don't have the batteries, so I can't really show that. So yeah, and also includes the base that he's on. The base is pretty much the same as the other Threezero figures. Nothing really special there, and I don't really use it anyway. So the figure itself, unfortunately for me, is quite disappointing. My expectations for this figure were extremely high because I was looking forward to getting this figure. This was the figure that I was looking forward to getting the most this year. And I've had the Threezero Nemesis Prime, and that figure has some ups and downs, but overall, that figure is really amazing. This, however, is a massive disappointment to me. First of all, pieces of the figure keep breaking off, and I've actually had a few moments where it just it's hard to pose this thing, considering how much you're paying for it. Right off the box, I made an unboxing, and this piece back here was already broken off, and I haven't even like wrapped the wrapping around the figure's arms and legs, and already something broke off right at the unboxing part. And there is a video evidence of that. If you watch my unboxing of this figure, you can see that happening. There are actually some inaccuracies besides the battle mask, and it's the head sculpt and the way his eyes light up. So his head sculpt is great, but it's not accurate because he has this around the cheek area, all these metal things that look like they're melting. And actually, if you watch the movie, there should actually be little tiny squares that should be there to replicate his muscle mouth, that when he talks, you'll see these little square looking shapes move as he's talking. And here it just looks like metal is melted. And that probably is due to this being a mass manufactured figure. I'm sure the prototype of this figure is more accurate than the final product, because, you know, this isn't a mass manufactured figure like Hasbro, Star Wars, Mattel, and Jurassic World, and, you know, kid mass manufacturer. This is a collectible, but it's still, in the end of the day, mass manufactured. So they probably have some cost cutting somewhere, and I think they did that with the way they sculpted the head. And also, the way he lights up, you press the button on the top, and it's very convenient, but it's actually, sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. But it lights up pretty well, but you can see his entire eye lights up, and not his eyeballs, which is not even sculpted in there. And this is not accurate. In the movie, if you watch the movie, his entire eye does not light up like this. He has the green spark eyeball, just like every other movie Transformer 4 character, almost. And instead of that, and even my DXL Optimus Prime has that accurate. Here, his entire eye is lighting up, so that's not accurate. So just to throw that out there. But yeah, so the other negative parts is that he has a lot of pieces that get in the way of his articulation, which is understandable. But my unforgiving part is the pieces that break off that can't be put back in unless you glue them. This piece broke off, and if it was on a ball joint, and I'll show you here, as you're moving the leg side to side, as I was moving it side to side, this piece snapped off. And it's not like it was a ball joint, or it was a something just fell off the figure. It was not like a ball joint or anything. It was actually glued and attached, and the attachment came off. Luckily, with this side here, you can see there is a peg right there, and then the peg right there, and you just peg it in. But you're not supposed to do that. But since this one snapped off, I had to glue it in. But if they just put a ball joint in there so that you can shift these out of the way to give that side to side leg articulation, that would have been so much better. So I think they should have engineered the part where these were on ball joints and not attached. Same thing with these pieces. I guess, you know, it fell off. I put it back in, but still, you know, $250 figure. But overall, if you want a movie accurate lockdown, this is it. This is literally it, until I'm hoping YOLO Park and Blockies gets on this design ASAP. But this figure is quite amazing in terms of the detail and the paint. It is splendid. One really cool feature, and I'll give you a look in the back, is just, this is like a CG model of the movie character. If you want a movie accurate version of this design, you can see my Threezero Optimus Prime I was going to use. Camera's not going too well. The figure has a lot of articulation. He's got like a ball joint head. He's got also neck articulation, so you can look up and down. His arm pieces, you have to move these on the side in order to move his arms a little bit more better with flexibility. And see, here's that piece that just keeps snapping off. I'll just put it down so for the sake of the video. There are certain pieces of this figure you have to put together before, like these arm attachments. You have to put them in, they come separate. And also these shoulder pieces, which I think should have been on ball joints, and it's on this really flimsy plastic piece, which looks like this side is already wearing off. So, but yeah, I can show you the articulation. Go right there. Same thing on the other side. I do like the fact there are more moving parts in this figure than the Nemesis Prime. I wish the Nemesis Prime had more moving parts. This one has more moving parts, like these right here, his chest piece, this right there, this right here, these things that he had in the movie that kind of like work with his legs, they're actually on a separate piece. He's got this panel which moves to give more range for his foot articulation. So he's got a little more moving parts. And also these are actually, this piece is actually on a ball joint. You can actually move them. It's actually on a ball joint. I took it off because I was like, I thought I broke it, but they're actually on ball joints. There's like 2 ball joints and a swivel. So I'm not gonna mess with it too now, but yeah, this figure is very, you don't want to play with this thing like an action figure for kids or even like Marvel Legends. This is a posable statue, but unfortunately some design, there's some questionable engineering, especially here and here. And also I wish these were on, these keep popping off every time, like if I want to move the leg forward. Like if you want to move the leg forward, there is a process you got to do. You see I got to swivel the hands out to just move his arm, but if you want to articulate his leg, it just snaps off. But when it was glued in, put it in. You gotta watch out for these things, and then this piece would kind of fall right off. But yeah, I wish that was on like some other ball joint or actually attached with the legs, and then it just pops right off. So luckily there's a ball joint, a die cast ball joint, but what's the point if the thing is plastic here and it keeps popping off, you know? And I'm complaining so much because this is a $200+ figure. Like there should be no pieces that fall off right away, no pieces that break off and you have to glue in. Like I have to glue this piece is glued back in, and already it deteriorates the value of the figure. And it's just like, you know, you break it and you already have some, you know, and you can't really like get another one unless you're super rich, which I am not right now. But the positives, he's accurate as hell. His paint job is great, almost accurate. He does have a lot of points of movement. You can move the legs. The legs are on really tight die cast. Yeah, this figure is die cast internal. So everything inside is a die cast frame and everything outside is just like a mixture of plastic, PVC, die cast. So this figure is not light. He also has some articulation down here. There are reviews of people who show the articulation way better than I do, but I just want to kind of show it to you as I'm talking. You can do this on the side, but I'm not going to do it too much to risk the damage that's already done to this figure. He also has hand articulation. These are on ball joints because you can, you know, replace the hands. It's got like a double jointed here piece, which you can see more robot detail. It's actually not a lot of detail at all here when, I guess it's accurate, you know. And you also can swivel the hand, but you gotta be very careful. It's really stiff because it's that die cast inner material. One cool thing about this figure is that the shoulder pieces that he have actually do convert to his side missiles that he used in that scene where he blew up the house. Unfortunately, these top ones here for me, they are really loose and sometimes they like to pop off, but you can just see how I'm doing it. And they actually are separate, so you have to put them together. But yeah, isn't that freaking cool? Just like in the movie. And you can, you know, put it back in. This popped off. It's like a combination of a ball joint and a swivel joint. It popped right off. This also popped right off. Everything popped right off. Luckily, a lot of it is on ball joints. I gotta do this off camera, I'm sorry. So I got this back in, this side, and the other side. Let me do it right now. I've seen reviews of this figure, and there are other copies of which there are pieces that fell off, and my camera also fell off. Fix it. There we go. That just show, like, every copy is gonna have something that's gonna break or snap unless you're really careful with this figure. But yeah, I like the shoulder pad pieces. They're really cool that you can do that. He's accurate. The spinal, even that back of this figure is detailed. These are accurate. You also want to be careful for these things because this side kind of bended a little bit, and I just glued it in so that, you know, it was actually bending sideways. So it was like, oh man, I don't want, you know, that. So this side is glued in. Also, his arm on this side, there is a piece right here that pops right off. And it is also that same kind of, you know, there's a peg and then there's a plastic peg and you put it right back in. But it's like, why not just glue it in? Or why not just have it be on a ball joint? It's like it's not even glued in. Put that right back. Luckily, it hasn't happened on the other one, but it happened because I was trying to turn this arm, swivel it, and it just snapped right off. I'm like, what just snapped off? So just expect a lot of things to pop off when you don't expect it to, unless it's just my copy, or yeah. One cool feature is he has the articulated Lamborghini ass cheeks, which you do have to peg in separate, so they do come separate. That's really cool. That is accurate to the movie. Another cool thing is the spinal cord. This is one feature a lot of people like about these Threezero figures. It's got a crouch that you can do, and when you crouch it, you can see the details are exposed of more of the robot. So it's not like there's a gap. It looks natural. And so yeah, a lot of these robots in these movies had spinal cords. In this movie, Optimus Prime from the Age of Extinction design has one as well. So they were trying to go with more humanoid looking designs, which was such a different contrast back then in 2014. It was just a shift of tone for the Transformers. Yeah, these should be been on ball joints, but whatever. So let's accommodate some of his accessories. So if you want to attach like his blaster or the spark extractor. See, another piece pops off. Both his hands can come off quite nicely so far, and you can attach the spark extractor like that, and it looks natural. And that's pretty cool. This guy comes with a lot of weapons. You know, I don't like the figure for the size because I'm going to show how small he is compared to Nemesis Prime. But he does come with a lot of accessories, as he should, as a bounty hunter. So you can do that. Not only can you attach his arms, but you can attach weapons on the side of his hand. Both his hands have a removable panel like that. And sometimes they do fall off real easy. But, where is it? So there's like a peg that you can see, those two pegs, and the peg right on his sword hand. So you can attach it like that. Come on, don't embarrass me in front of the camera. There we go. Unfortunately, it doesn't stay too well. It doesn't peg in all the way. So it kind of just, you know, it's not doing it now, but it kind of just comes right off. But of course, it's not doing it in front of the camera. So let's attach this iconic hook hand. Just take this peg off. And the iconic hook hand from the movie and the TV series, which the animated show, which is what this character is based off of, originated. So yeah, you can armor this guy up. Real cool. And then you can attach this right back in. Is this the right one? Yeah, it is. Yeah, you just gotta be fragile, or not fragile, but you gotta be cautious with this figure. Because it is a lot more things going on, a lot of more moving parts. Okay, I can't attach this arm back. Let me do it off camera. There we go. Let's get him a size comparison. Let's bring him the Namu Studios T-Rex. See how that looks out. Another awesome collectible figure from a different line completely. But here he is compared to, and I'm gonna I'll take this base off and put lockdown. Here he is compared to Nemesis Prime, and this is primarily why I bought Nemesis Prime, the Threezero Nemesis Prime, just so Lockdown can face an opponent. And who else than Optimus Prime? Because they haven't made Galvatron or Crosshairs or Bumblebee or anyone from the Age of Extinction movie yet. But yeah, you can see Optimus Prime is taller than Lockdown. I just don't believe that Lockdown was that short in the movie. He was like I know he was smaller than Optimus Prime, but this small, I mean, whatever. I'm not even gonna put it back. Yeah, just he should be like right there, a few inches taller. He uppercutted Optimus Prime in the movie. That's quite disappointing. I'm not gonna lie, is that he is this short compared to Optimus Prime. Yeah, it's just like, what in the hell? Why am I so short? Not short, but like, I think they were just cutting costs, and because this is the same price as this here. This one comes with less accessories, this one comes with more, but this one is more accessories, but smaller. Bad engineering at some points of the figure. And, you know, he should be like right, almost there, just right there. But if this is accurate, this is accurate. Probably then it's Michael Bay's fault for the inconsistent size, or this is just, you know, Lockdown was just that guy. You know, he was that good at his job. But yeah, honestly, I think he should have been that bigger. Just because, if not anything else, because it's the same price for the value. You know, that's my thing. Is that these? I don't think these should be $250. I think these should be 200 max, or that's it. 190, 180. Not 250, but that's what it is. I'm sure if these came out years ago, they would have been $200. But yeah, I'm not gonna really show his gun face thing because it's a chore. You have to take his head off, take this off, take the collars off, but it looks great. And also his chest piece, you have to take that off. But yeah. There's other reviews that showed it way better. I just want to throw my opinion out there because I've been looking forward to this figure, and I am disappointed, but I am happy I finally got it just to see how it is. And honestly, I am hoping that YOLO Park makes this design and somewhat so that it can be, you know, more easy to pose it, more easy to move the figure around, because this figure is a posable statue more than anything. It's great. I'm glad I have it, but I think it should not be $250. And I think he should have had included, by the way, the 2 extra accessories for the event exclusive, the spark extractor and the alternate camera head thing. That should have just been included with the set for how much they're asking for this. And plus, I wish they all come with batteries. It's just an expensive product, but I just gave an exception because I really liked this design, and this is my childhood. This is literally my childhood come to life, is having these models, these characters from the movie that I grew up with in hand. And you know, these are great. It's unfortunate that we're all living this economic uncertainty time. Sorry to bring that up, but it really is a reality, and so hopefully we can all get by this nightmare. And you know, but anyways, that's my take on this figure. Please comment, like, share, and please subscribe. Let me know what you think about this figure. Let me know if you have it, if you have any issues with pieces that snapped off, broke off, that you have to glue back in, or if I'm completely wrong, let me know. I would like to do more reviews like this. Thank you for watching.